It is time now for our big board and our team of insiders standing by live for more on this morning's top stories. Dan Abrams joining us here at the table, and we're going to start with a provocative new reality series that comes on the heels of recent police shootings across the country. A&E Network greenlighting Live PD, which will give viewers unfiltered real-time access inside 6 of the country's busiest police forces. And you know what? Dan will be one of the hosts. You're going to be the host of this.
I am.
We heard from one of the executives, and he said this show answers citizens' calls for clarity. There does seem to be a lack of trust.
Well, look, and this is a huge topic we've talked about many times, right, which is this idea of body cams on police officers. We've all agreed that's a good idea. It's helpful to both the police and the people who are potentially being arrested. This is now a way to do it in real time, no editing later on, to see exactly what's happening as it's happening in numerous police departments around the country. And I think that's only a good thing.
Well, it's going to air on delay because there's potential for some disturbing things to be seen. But I have a two-part question. Do the police departments have any input in what can be aired and what won't be aired? And was it hard to get them involved to agree to do this?
So on question one, the answer is no. The executive producers are longtime news people who you guys probably know, David Das, John Zito, others who are going to be making the calls on what exactly goes on the air. And the second thing is, my understanding is that the police departments have been very receptive. Why? They want people to see what they do every day, right? Yeah, right. Not just that news story about what happened, but they've been welcoming in A&E and Big Fish and the crew there to come and join them because they're joining them. They're effectively embedded with them as they work. But look, it's going to catch all sorts of things because it's real and it's unedited.
Well, yeah, and there are more good cops than bad. We know that. But some people are going to say, of course, they're going to be on their best behavior if they know cameras are rolling.
Well, look, you know what? Then that's a great reason to have cameras, right? Then if that's going to make the cops behave better, I say more power to them.
Yeah. All right. And I love it. And this is groundbreaking. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. Congrats.
Keep it up with you with all the jobs and everything.
Well, he's got more than me. Yeah. Well, another lawsuit that's moving forward against Johnson & Johnson, a California woman alleging the talcum powder found in the company's baby powder contributed to her development of ovarian cancer. And our board-certified OBGYN, Dr. Jennifer Ashton, is joining us live. And Dr. Ashton, there have been cases similar to this that have resulted in $127 million in damages that have been awarded, but others were tossed out. So what is the evidence, or is there any evidence linking the talcum powder to cancer?
Well, this is so controversial, Michael, and to be clear, we're talking about asbestos-free talc powder. Some studies show there is a slight increase in association of ovarian cancer. Most studies, the thinking is the data just is inconsistent and they don't have the scientific support. And most GYN cancer specialists really feel that if there is an increased risk, it is slight and minimal, but we err on the side of caution. And if this is something under your control, then avoid using it.
Jen, you know that people watch us in the morning and they see something like this and they're concerned. Right. How do you ease their concerns?
Well, when you're talking about ovarian cancer, which in my field is called the silent killer, there are factors that up your risk and there are factors that reduce the risk. It's very important that all women know what the common signs and symptoms are: pelvic pain or pressure, bloating or increase or change in urination or urinary habits. If you have those symptoms for more than half the month, speak to your gynecologist. There's no screening test for ovarian cancer, but there is a workup that we do.
It's so hard to detect. You're right, Jen.
And Dan, I want to bring you in on this because Johnson & Johnson released a statement that says, "We are defending the safety of Johnson's baby powder because science, research, clinical evidence, and decades of studies by medical experts around the world continue to support the safety of cosmetic talc." Now, why are these decisions, though, so varied in the cases, from $127 million in judgments to nothing?
Right, because you're seeing a divide in the scientific community about whether there's a link. That's probably the most important thing. And the second thing is, as a legal matter, they still have to prove that they knew or reasonably knew of the danger. And that's a big challenge. So you got two big issues here that's leading to varying verdicts.
Oh, boy. All right. Thank you both. It is a tough one. Now to a warning for fussy flyers. You know, you've seen these viral videos like this one.
There's no flight. I'm sitting here since 8 o'clock. And you're all going to pay for my Disney cruise. And you're
Passengers just losing it at airline employees because travel can be frustrating. But could issuing a complaint get you tagged, or even in extreme cases, blacklisted. ABC's David Curley is joining us with more on this. Okay, we all fly here, and I see Dan like leaning in. Come on, this can't be true.
Oh yeah, it's true.
All right.
Oh yeah, it is totally true. And Robin, what did your mom tell you about being polite? It pays to be polite because you can get tagged, especially there at the counter. We talked to a travel industry expert, Henry Hartfeld. This is what he had to say about what happens inside the industry.
The airline employee or a hotel employee could take a look at your reservation and change your seat assignment. They could change your room. They could do all sorts of things to make your life anywhere from unpleasant to a living hell.
Now, when it comes to the airlines, that's usually just something that happens when you're flying on that particular flight. But they could put it on your frequent flyer, and then you're tagged for a while.
Yeah, I heard that one time that a guy was fussing, and so he was put in the middle seat and given a child's meal, so he got a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Really? Can they have that
Really?
power? Yeah, really?
Well, hopefully it wasn't a long flight.
Happen.
Well, I have a question. We all fly a lot, as you said earlier, Robin. Has anyone ever thrown a little tantrum?
I was upset about the one person per bathroom rule once. Joke! It's a joke! It's a joke! I'm joking!
You know what?
It's a joke!
Hey guys, this actually worked both ways. I checked into a hotel just last week. I'd answered a survey. I said something positive. They said, we're going to upgrade you. Both ways.
Jen, you want to weigh in real quick?
Yeah, I've thrown a little bit of a hissy conniption when people put their handbags in the overhead instead of suitcases.
Well,
Lost luggage.
See, I'm on a flight at 11:45, so I'm going to be really good because I don't want anybody to see me.
And all I got to say, congrats on your new live show, Live PD. We're not following
October
you live.
28th, 9 p.m.
Yes, no live traveling with you. Stay out with you. All right, thanks to David, Dr. Ashton, of course, Dan. Thank you so much.